Hey guys, welcome back. I didn't register, so we're gonna watch someone else's audio, listen to someone else's audio of it. But I think it's coming up 15 minutes. I don't know what's going on today, so I'm not sure if insiders have to wait until after the shareholder meeting to buy or not, or if it's just earnings. And if we're seeing just insider buying or institutional buying today. I haven't opened up any new positions today. I mean, we could rip out of here for sure. Like I was saying, the upside exposure is a lot more difficult to capture. So I'm thinking still middle to end of this month. It could start from now, but I don't know. I'm gonna wait till after the shareholder meeting. I could see them dumping it after that, or it could rip after that, depending on what they say, I guess. But I'm just kind of watching this one go. What's up, Jay? What's up, Dakota? What's up, Salty B? I know this is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy price action this morning. It definitely seems like some of the bigger money liked the earnings, I would say.
Oh, that's right. We got this.
Go. Yeah. We're streaming the shareholder meeting. Meeting starts in 15 minutes. So this kind of bull flag it made on 4 hour as well as the hour. It's holding up. MACD never went bearish on the 4 hour, and daily stayed bullish, of course. And it actually just clipped that 180 moving average on the bottom of that doji. We'll see. Let's see what goes on here. Is stream prohibited? I don't think so. It's virtual. If yes, I don't know if is it. I didn't see it posted anywhere. It is what they're gonna do. Where did they say it was restricted? I don't want to do it if they don't want people to do it. I mean, I can share the notes we can find. If we're not allowed to stream it, I mean, I'll just relay, yeah. More people at the, well, there's no event, it's all virtual this year, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, so there's the mega thread for it. Other meeting. There we go. I like to look at GME though. Look at that thing. Holy smokes. Broke through that resistance right there, that 129. Just about. This is just like shareholder meeting run up or something. Yeah, so I was planning on just finding a stream of it. I didn't register either. And I found a couple streams, one being Gurk's, but I found someone else. So we'll check out this guy. Show him some love if he streams it. We'll just listen to him. Run up before this, I know, I'm wondering if they're gonna short it from the meeting, I'm not sure. GameStop going to 100 million. I was serious about that being my background. Share product. So there might be like rules they had in here just that go over all shareholder meetings just in general, but this is the first virtual one, I think. So reapplicated stream, that's right. 100%, I don't care. If you want to show that person love, you can go thumbs up, sub to him. Get streaming. You will never know. Shareholder meeting mega thread. I thought this was gonna update. They're gonna update what was going on in here. In the comments, maybe. Let's look at that ticker. It's more pretty. I'll look at this, see if I can find it. Shareholder meeting mega thread starts 10. This I wonder what this is. Anticipation of the shareholder meeting. I feel like insiders. I feel like they can buy. Let me check though. I think they should be able to buy now that the earnings has come out, even though we haven't had shareholder meeting yet. Let me see. Can insiders buy after earnings? Let me just see. How long before? Let me stock within any period of less than 6 months. Insiders. Can insiders buy before shareholder meeting? Insider trading lies. Pre-clearance of trades, window period. Innocent wrongdoing. Consensus of insider treatment. Of course, there's so much crap on here. Restrictions on tipping? What the are you talking about? Stock, all insider freedom selling. In addition to not trading while you possess material non-public information, is also in your company's best interest that you avoid even the appearance you may be trading. Window period to protect the window period, the second day trading the company's. This thing's ripping right now. What the heck? What? This isn't from Friday. Friday options. Are they able to roll it over their exposure this early? I mean, we're getting a lot of volume. 0.3. Jeez. Similar to an RC bot, they announce marketplace. And then they can buy. Yeah, I suppose if they have an announcement, that's a good point. If they have an announcement to make, anyone that knows what that announcement is can't buy in specifically, but there's lots inside the company that might not be privy to that information that maybe only had to wait until earnings before they could buy in. But all that's to say also that insiders buying, I feel like, don't they typically use dark pools, and so we wouldn't see it even on the lit like this? This would maybe only be institutional buying in. Zero available shorts last 2 weeks, bets on managed ladder attack. Potentially, I mean, not always though. Sometimes when there's no available shares, I mean, that's when we rip, especially with the borrow fees. This hasn't been this high since January. DNS? Yeah. Yeah. Now you're sounding like you're from Girkstream. I don't know all that technical stuff like Pickle. I try and follow along, but RC is capped. He's not. He hasn't. I mean, according to his filings, he hasn't hit his cap yet at all. They will should announce splits today for insiders. I don't know if that would be information that would prohibit them from buying, them announcing a split. Since that's not, I don't know, maybe it would, but that's not like financial information. And that, I know it does, but that shouldn't theoretically affect the stock price as far as making people buy in. I'm looking at the SEC. Excuse me, the SEC .gov, trying to figure out their window of when they can buy. It's a lot to look through though. I think we haven't quite crossed bullish on the hourly, but jeez, you might get an early coffee today. Shareholder meeting is supposedly in 3 minutes. I am going to look for streams that are playing it. So, can't find it here. I'm going to read off of Superstock. I think that's going to get updated. And watch this glorious ticker. They sent out the shareholder meeting today. Maybe if he doesn't, he should be a little more old. A mod. This is probably what people are reading. GME meeting rules of conduct: do not live stream the meeting. Live streaming and recording is specifically prohibited. Please, apes. Let's see, where does it say in here? Fun is electronic recording, live streaming of the meeting is strictly prohibited. The 2022. Alright, I don't want to pull up the original. I don't know if I want to trust this. The only manner to be conducted. Only matters to be conducted at the meeting. Only stockholders. Not campaign. I know. Does anybody have quick access to that? It's investor relations or GameStop. Looks like they pulled rules of conduct. I don't know where you'd even find that. Annual meeting of stockholders, rules of conduct. I mean, it's not going to be like private information. All right, here's a guy. Is this guy streaming it? This is Trader Drake. He's only got 27 subs. We'll go raid him if he's streaming it.
All right, this is what we're gonna go with.
Sounds like he's listening to it. I'll put it up on the screen if it's not gonna show anything, but I'll show you his channel so you can give him some love.
Oh no. We'll just jam out some jazz until we hear something.
That is not me. I want to make sure that. Let's see. However, effectiveness.
What's this guy got? All right. Whoa. What's up, my?
Are we in a stream? In a stream? Wait a minute.
So for now, I'll just have the audio up.
I think you got on my stream looking for it.
Chill, bro. Chill.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Can you guys hear that?
And welcome to the GameStop Corporation Annual Meeting of Stockholders.
Can you guys hear this?
The meeting is being recorded. At this time, I would like to turn the meeting over to Matt Furlong. Please go ahead, sir.
Can you guys hear this?
Good morning. I'm Matt Furlong, GameStop's Chief Executive Officer and a member of the company's Board of Directors. I'll be the presiding officer at this meeting. Please note that any electronic recording or live streaming of this meeting is prohibited.
What?
Before calling the meeting to order, I want to thank all of you, our valued...
I didn't hear anything. Did you guys hear anything?
It's too quiet.
Your unmatched passion and sustained support for GameStop have been absolutely critical.
See, this is what I'm talking about, kind of the sell the news thing. Just started, and it's going to see a sell-off.
For us in the year ahead.
Louder. Okay, 1 second.
We remain incredibly fortunate to have you in our corner as we pursue a transformation and solidify a new customer-obsessed culture across every facet of the business. Many of the new initiatives we're pursuing, such as launching a digital wallet and an NFT marketplace, reflect our commitment to making...
Is that getting louder?
...delighting customers as gaming and technology evolve. It is thanks to you that we're now
I have it cranked all the way up, guys.
Pushing harder and working with more intensity than ever before. We're going to continue applying all of this energy to building a stronger commerce.
I'll talk as much as I want,
and
Philip.
pragmatically pursuing long-term
GTFO if you don't want to hear
in the
me.
blockchain gaming and digital asset worlds. Please trust that we will continue to fight for you and your interests as stockholders. We know that many of you are individual stockholders rather than institutional investors. We never take your enthusiasm
As loud as it goes,
or your
guys.
investment
I've
for
got it
granted.
cranked up.
And I speak for the full board when I say that we're proud to be aligned with you. Let me
Actually,
now
this might
turn
help.
to introducing my fellow directors who are in attendance virtually.
All right, I'll lower the mic.
Alan Attal, Larry Chang, Ryan Cohen, Jim Gruby, and Yang Zhu. In addition, present today virtually from our independent public accountants, Deloitte & Touche, are Mark Lacey and Norma Cisneros. My colleague, Mark Robinson, who is GameStop's General Counsel and Secretary, will also assist in conducting the meeting. I will turn the meeting over to him now.
Good morning, and thanks, Matt. This is Mark. The rules of conduct and the agenda for today's meeting are posted on the virtual meeting portal. In order to conduct an orderly and efficient meeting, we ask that participants abide by the rules. Michael Varecchia of Morrow Sodali has been appointed to act as the Inspector of Election for this meeting. Mr. Varecchia took an oath of inspection of election prior to the meeting. If any stockholders here today have not yet voted and would like to do so, you may submit your vote during this meeting until the polls are announced closed. At the close of business on April 8, 2022, the record date for this meeting, there were 76,339,024 shares of the company's Class A common stock with 1 vote per share identified as outstanding and entitled to vote on all matters presented at this meeting. There are present at this meeting, in person or by proxy, more than a majority of all the shares entitled to cast votes at this meeting. Subject to confirmation by the Inspector of Election, I find that a quorum is present and this meeting is duly constituted for the transaction of business. The first item on our agenda is the election of 6 directors, with each to serve as a director until the annual meeting of stockholders in 2023 and until his or her successor is duly elected and qualified. The company's nominees are Mr. Furlong, Mr. Attell, Mr. Chang, Mr. Cohen, Mr. Gruby, and Ms. Zhu. The second item on our agenda is the adoption and approval of the GameStop Corp. 2022 Incentive Plan. The third item on our agenda is the proposal to approve, on a non-binding advisory basis, the compensation of the named executive officers of the company. The fourth item on our agenda is the ratification of the Audit Committee's appointment of Deloitte & Touche as the company's independent registered public accounting firm for the company's fiscal year ending January 28, 2023. The fifth item on our agenda is the approval of an amendment to the company's third amended and restated certificate of incorporation to increase the number of authorized shares of the company's Class A common stock to 1 billion shares, which we refer to as the Authorized Shares Amendment.
7-1 split.
No stockholder director nominations or other stockholder proposals were properly submitted under SEC Rule 14A8 or in accordance with the company's advance notice or proxy access bylaw provisions. It is now 10:05 a.m. I declare the polls are now open, and I will now call a vote on the 5 proposals. Anyone who wishes to change their previous vote or has not yet voted and wants to vote should at this time cast their vote electronically. We will also use this time to answer any stockholder questions on the specific matters under consideration at this meeting. It looks like I'm primarily seeing questions related to our business rather than the topics of the meeting. Matt, I'll turn it over to you to maybe answer a few of those if you're willing.
Sure, thanks, Mark. I'm seeing quite a few different questions about our focus areas as well as our aim to be a technology company. So let me start by touching on that briefly. As we've stated in the past, growing and transforming into more of a tech-centric company are certainly among our top priorities. If you look at a few of our initiatives, they definitely reinforce our direction in this area. One that I would highlight is that we're continuing to pragmatically expand our product catalog as we seek to diversify our revenue streams. And you can see this in some of the new categories that we're emphasizing in areas like virtual reality, PC gaming, and other expansion categories. At the same time, we're establishing a footprint in areas like blockchain gaming, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs. We expect all of these will be a critical part of the future of gaming as well as our customers' lives, and we're excited to be at the center of that as things continue to evolve.
This is the options chain.
I'm also seeing a few questions related to our stores, asking what the future store may look like and how many stores we should expect to operate in the future. This is a good question. I think the short answer here is that we continue to expect our stores to remain an important part of the business over the long term. And I have to say that I've been blown away as I've gotten out to visit stores over the past year by the enthusiasm from our store managers and associates as I've gotten to know them. They're certainly a key part of our future and reinforce that our store fleet is a critical differentiator that allows us to connect with customers and gamers on a deeper level. So it's certainly a valuable asset for us, and we're excited about the potential of our store footprint as we go forward. I see a couple of questions asking about how we're thinking of our pre-owned business and where that fits into our future. I think the headline here is that we're quite excited about the potential of our pre-owned business. We view this as another differentiator for us and a critical part of our opportunity to delight customers. If you think about pre-owned, it provides a great value for our customers, not only at sale when they can find an item at a great price relative to a new offering, but also at trade-in when we can give them cash for previously used games, hardware, and electronics. I should also point out that on the electronics front, we've been expanding the set of products that we take in as trades, particularly in areas like mobile phones, as well as tablets, smartwatches, and other categories. So we certainly see that as a great, we're going to continue to reinforce this area as we go forward. I'm also seeing a number of questions about the blockchain space and our efforts there, so let me touch on that. First, I would say that GameStop has a unique opportunity in this space, given our long-standing relationship with gamers. We've learned from the past mistakes at the company where we haven't embraced new technology and new trends in the segment, and we're excited to be at the forefront in blockchain in this area. I should call out that our GameStop Beta Wallet has seen a very positive initial reaction as well. And if you look at the reviews on the Chrome store, they're 5 stars with a lot of enthusiasm and support for where we're heading in that space. So we're excited about what we've developed there and look forward to driving that forward. We're also focused on integrating that wallet with leading Web3 players as well as our own NFT, putting GameStop at the center of where we believe gaming is headed with ownable digital assets. I also see, Mark, a few questions related coming in on the prospective share split, asking how large the share dividend would be, when it might take effect, et cetera. So I'll turn it back to you maybe to speak to that.
Yeah, sure. Happy to, Matt. I think the short answer on that is that the board has not yet made any final decisions on the stock split. If the share authorization is approved today, we'll proceed with amending the charter to include the increase in the amount of authorized shares. And then once that's complete, the board will take up the matter, analyze market conditions to determine when and if a stock split is really in the best interest of the shareholders. I also saw quite a few questions just relating to whether GameStop will allow IRA and 401k shares to be registered directly with our transfer agent. I just say this on that. We definitely appreciate the enthusiasm of our shareholders and a desire to invest through these different products. As far as I know at this time, our transfer agent is not an IRA custodian, and so that's not possible currently.
Their transfer agent is the direct registered shares. Computer share, whatever, is their transfer agent.
All right, it is now 10:12 a.m. I see no further pertinent questions at this time, and I declare the polls are now closed. Inspector, please tabulate the votes on all of the proposals.
Drum roll.
Thank you, Mark. I am pleased to report the results of the proposals as follows. Item 1, Mr. Furlong, Mr. Attal, Mr. Chang, Mr. Cohen, Mr. Gruby, and Ms. Zhu have each received a majority of the votes cast, and they have been elected directors.
Congratulations.
Item 2, the GameStop 2022 Incentive Plan has been approved by a majority of the shares present or represented by proxy and entitled to vote on this proposal.
Nice.
Item 3, the non-binding advisory vote on the compensation of the named executive officers of the company has been approved by a majority of the shares present or represented by proxy and entitled to vote on this proposal.
Let's watch this when they announce the split.
Item 4, the ratification of our audit committee's appointment of Deloitte & Touche as our independent registered public accounting firm for our fiscal year ending January 28, 2023, has been approved by a majority of the shares present or represented by proxy and entitled to vote on this proposal. And item 5, the authorized shares amendment has been approved by a majority of the outstanding shares of common stock entitled to vote on this proposal.
That's great news. Thanks, Mike. This concludes the business of this meeting. Is there a motion that the meeting be adjourned?
I so move.
I second the motion. The motion is carried and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you for attending today's meeting. And like Matt said earlier, we appreciate all the passion and support you, our stockholders, have for GameStop.
Wow. Wow. So I don't even know who we were listening to right there. Was that the new COO? He didn't sound enthusiastic at all about the split. Not that he needs to sound enthusiastic, but that was just kind of interesting. He's like, well, not at this time. We're gonna see what the share price is and the market conditions. Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's good. That is just a little peculiar. When did they even announce, or when did we hear about the stock split? Was that back here? Was that last earnings? Because yeah, now they have 1 billion shares, and because it's been approved. So if they announced it back here, I'm just trying to think if they're not as ambitious about getting it out now that the market is kind of in a bear market. I don't know though, because he specifically talked about it being market conditions for when they would want it, and I get that. I would think specifically though the stock price of GME, right? Because that'll depend on how much the split will be, what ratio it'll be. Last earnings, yeah. So that was, let's look at the market here. So that was what, 317. I mean, we were already kind of in a turbulent time back then. Well, that was a little bear market rally right there. Boom. So I'm not sure if that has any bearing, if they're just seeing rising interest rates, and I don't know what he really meant by that. Maybe he was just talking about the stock price of GME specifically. Votes coming in at 76 million. They didn't say votes came in at 76 million. They said they had enough to facilitate the votes, and that's the same thing they said at the last shareholder meeting. It wasn't it wasn't saying that there was an overvote or anything like that. Dang, man, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's the the share split was never up for vote. It was just the new shares. So, yeah, I mean, who knows when he didn't give any really outlook or, I mean, I guess they could come out that today, or they could still come out at any time, I suppose. There's a bit of a dump after that. I mean, the only thing I'm stoked about for the share split is, well, I guess there's two things. If there is a share recall from it, which I'm still not convinced, but if there is, then for sure that I think that will cause the squeeze to start. But if there's not, still excited for just the fact of GME being a lower price, because that will cause buying pressure. That will give buying demand. February, no share increase, and vote on divvy. To be approved. Yeah, the shares had to be approved first. That's right. I'm curious on what the price action is today. What we're seeing here today, if this is insider or institution or not sure. Kind of strange because it's kind of following the SPY a little bit, but this kind of volume is more than just following SPY. And when SPY is this bullish, GME isn't necessarily. It'll just come up a little bit. But we've seen pretty good volume today already. And yeah, pretty good action. Wow. We're at 3 million on the day. Oh man. Well, I appreciate you guys, new subs, appreciate the likes. I pinned the Discord if you guys want to jump on Discord too. Buying GME has been the worst investment in my life. It's actually outperformed a lot of the big blue chips year to date. So I don't know when you bought in, but yeah, it's held up pretty well with the market. If you look at stocks that most people think were safe and awesome and really good investments, like if you bought here at 700, you're doing pretty bad on Netflix. And what's another big one? Oh, there you go, Facebook. What do you know? So it's actually held up very well, being the most manipulated, suppressed stock on the market as well. Man, yeah, that's too bad. I wish they did say confirm a split, a big split. That'd be sick. So we're going the right direction. So I feel like probably should get out of my weeklies. Yeah, they're all pretty much dead. So I'm going to roll over this short call. I'll do that tomorrow. Today was looking pretty good, though. These are basically worthless. I'll just hold them. Today, I mean, as far as price action and volume, it's definitely jumping pretty good. Almost about to. Yeah, this is a nice support we're building here. 120. My cover calls are. I'm gonna have to roll those pretty high. Now we're getting the dump after the shareholder meeting, which I guess was kind of expected since there wasn't a split dividend announcement date, but also kind of peculiar. No split confirmed yet. Nope. No split confirmed from the meeting. It did get approved though, the 1 billion shares, and from what I understood, and all the people that were being voted on all got approved. So the earnings call yesterday was way more epic than that. The earnings call was hilarious. Share increase is a precursor to split. That's true. I mean, I think today they still could have announced it, but it's fine that they didn't. They might be waiting for June rollover towards the end of the month, and once it's ripping, announce a share split, X dividend date, and really just catch them at the peak. If it's 200, where they shut it down, announce it there, and then give them a week for the ex-dividend date. And if naked shorts do have to close, they'd be the most vulnerable when it's up at 200 or the higher it is. So they might be timing it with the cycle when they're in the most sketchy spot. Because I think once they announce it, I mean, really, that's kind of the timer. That's the countdown from then till the ex-divi date. So that's maybe the last final kind of, if it is going to cause them all to close their shorts, or at least the naked shorts. So they might be trying to hold that in their back pocket till the perfect time. I just didn't like how he wasn't very hyped on it. I don't know. Makes sense. Wait till the run up. Yeah, and then NFT marketplace. Yeah, hit him with all that stuff. The NFT marketplace, I don't see that actually causing bullish price action. We've got the beta already. It didn't do anything as far as price action. We've seen Coinbase, Robinhood. We've seen other companies come out with marketplaces. Well, I guess not Yeah, actually marketplaces, and it's done nothing. And being GameStop and the suppression that it is under, I don't see it causing anything crazy going up. Just that in itself, but once they start getting revenue from it, and you start reflecting on earnings, then yeah, you'll get price action. You'll get big institutional investors, I feel like. But just it going live, I don't know about that. Oh, that's crazy. So no NFT dividend. I'll end that poll. Now I'm gonna do, so there's the results. People are hyped. It was pretty close though. Pretty level-headed chat you guys are. I have another one. Stock split announcement by June OPEX. Do you think they'll announce it by then? Yeah, GME's killing it today. 5%. Market's somewhat strong, kind of consolidating, up 0.5%. I think it might be rounding, the market might be rounding the top here, and this bear market rally might be over. Jay Powell isn't talking till I think Wednesday, next Wednesday, the 15th. So doesn't have a clear direction. Some data keeps coming out. We had different data today and yesterday that's kind of moved it around. Before Jay Powell though, it's hard. It doesn't have a clear direction, honestly. I'm kind of waiting for it to show if it's gonna rip up and test one of these resistances up here, maybe 425, or if it's the bear market rally's over and we're gonna see new lows. Once it starts to show some weakness, definitely going short on SPY, probably Tesla. Wait for it to come down. Bet 366, 350, gap fills in there. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't. This rally back here. I was thinking about this because this rally was happening during this bear market rally, and hopefully GME can break free during June OPEX or whenever they're rolling over their positions, and it doesn't need a bear market rally for it to rip. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's not suppressed from kind of the SPY crashing in a sense. I mean, we've seen it kind of break away, but we haven't seen GME through these cycles while the SPY has been in this volatile bear market. It's always been in this bull market. The only time we've seen it has been this one, which was this bear market rally. You know, because there was nothing back here. It was back in November. Yeah, the market was fine back then. So, or maybe it'll all come down together like Volkswagen, and then it'll GME will rip up. Yeah, I'm not sure. I agree they'll drop the bomb when they get the most. Yeah, June OPEX would be nice. Seems like they're trying to strategize when they do it. The vote did pass to increase the share count. Yep. Or no, I'm sorry, not increase. That's a split. The increased share count, not increased outstanding shares. Share amendment approved. Yep, and then all the people they were voting on actually got approved. Yep, no. So they didn't approve a share split. They didn't. He briefly talked about a share split and said we're not doing it at this time, but we'll announce it or something rather when it comes up. We're waiting for the right market conditions, and we'll give more details as it comes, basically. So, yeah, I don't. My only assumption is that they're trying to time it with them rolling over and being in a precarious spot for the dividend, for the share split dividend. So what they had to do back here was they had to get more shares, right? More shares that they could use for this split dividend. They got that approved. It is now approved today. And yeah, the next step now is hoping this thing rips up for OPEX, insider buying, RC buying, whatever, institution buying. And at the peak, they pull that card out of their back pocket and say, 10 days, ex-dividend date for the share split. And brokerages won't have the shares. They'll have to do a recall. And they will already be on thin margins if the stock price is up here. That kind of falling wedge line, I don't know, I saw it on Superstock. I think it's kind of true, especially with how the market is right now, and it's just been selling off, and just lots of stuff's been liquidated, like I was showing Netflix and Facebook, and the long positions are just getting clapped. So with that, I think that their margin requirements have been getting tighter, and I think kind of their line of resistance where they get margin called and then liquidated has been decreasing, which is a good thing. So up back here was probably this 350 area, and then you can see whenever they kind of shut it off. So back here it was probably 250, and then we saw them literally shut it down right here. Halted the options halted, the options market halted, and then the stock halted. It was really weird. It was the other way around, and they shut it down there. So I think it is ever decreasing. I don't know if they did. There's nothing weird that happened on this little spike, but I don't know if this is over. Not sure. It's kind of strange because I'm expecting mid to end June, but look back at March. I mean, this was a long rally from bottom to top. That was a whole month. So potentially it started today, and we won't see the peak until what, July 2nd? Falling wedge. I mean, I guess you just draw some lines here to here to here. So yeah, I mean, it would put their margin requirements, but right here, yeah, that was 200. So it's probably less than 200 now. It's probably like 180 as we continue down, progress. GME wasn't supposed to have an investor meeting. Are you sure? Yeah, they didn't say a whole lot. They did answer some questions. The split questions, they basically said we're not going to do it this time, or we've got the shares approved, but we'll just keep you posted. They're waiting for market conditions, so that was all they said. That could mean, that's so broad. The way I interpret it is they're waiting for short hedge funds to be in a sketchy spot, and then hit them with that and give them a timeline, because that week they give it, or 10 days, I mean, that could be the entire squeeze right there. Not to say that it'll come down a bunch after, but the peak of it will come down, and then I think after enough time it'll come back and actually pass up that price. If it does squeeze in just like 10 days, if it's a short one like that, not a long Tesla squeeze. Maybe a short initial one for the stock split, kind of settle down, and then gradually shorts closing after that, after the split, and then making new highs after that. Lower highs been seen the last 2 years. Yeah. Let's see, next 12:30. By 1:30, if we kind of hold up here, we'll be back bullish on the hourly. And this bull flag is looking good. I wonder if it's just maybe just going to consolidate in this range until June OPEX. Which, let's see, if we're looking at Friday, this is the last Friday in the month. We look at, was it SLD on, would be on that Wednesday? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah, I think SLD would be in here. I have to talk to Don about the SLD dates. Oh man, that wasn't as exciting as the earnings call. If you guys didn't hear the earnings call, I'm gonna put it up. It was amazing. It was freaking glorious. Okay.
First quarter 20.
Cash flows from investing activities were an inflow of 66 million during the 3 months ended April 30th compared to an outflow of 14 million. It's a net loss. Cash provided by investing activities during the 3 months was primarily attributable to proceeds from the sale of digital assets, partially offset by technological investments in 2 new fulfillment centers. Cash used in investing activities during the 3 months ended May 1st was primarily attributable. There it is.
Stop first quarter 2022 earnings call. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. A brief question and answer session will follow the formal presentation. Correction, there will not be a question and answer session following the formal presentation.
What?
If anyone should require...
Correction. Yeah, if you guys didn't watch that, there you go. They totally... I'm so bullish on that because it's like they know everything's suppressed and jacked and corrupted and they don't have much they can do. But they're just kind of showing their power they do have with saying how they're going to have a Q&A and then just like trolling them, trolling the analysts, trolling Wall Street. Correction. That is great. Looks like it's coming down here. Something was buying in here. I wonder if we'll get a filing tomorrow for some insiders or RC or someone. Yeah, my options for this week are junk. I'll probably be buying in. Kind of wait for TA a little bit. Well, see, the daily's already bullish. We'll see. I wanted to consolidate some. Yeah, I'm not even sure. I might just start buying in on red days on dips, which might be tomorrow. I'm not sure. And my target date is beginning of July or even monthly Julys. So I don't have a whole lot yet, actually. I've got these like squeeze spreads, 490, 500 debit spreads for middle of July. 155, 185. Yeah, I really don't have a whole lot of exposure. Got some for this week that got pretty crushed on. I'll have to build up capital. Cover calls. That's what's up. All right, if you guys aren't on our Discord, jump on. It's pinned. And we have a Twitter. You can follow us on at Happy Money YT. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the likes. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. You guys can come and argue on Discord if you'd like. Yeah, Wall Street has no idea what's going on with GameStop. I love it. Stock split approved. No, I mean, it was never up for vote, the stock split. The shares got approved. So now there's 1 billion shares, which I'm a little concerning if they're not going to do a split. So they better do a split. Thanks for watching, guys. Recap video probably today. I'll probably still do one. And we'll be back on Discord. Right? Meow.